Hello children, welcome to online class. I hope you are safe and good. Now it's time to see Standard 9th English Unit 4 Prose 17 Oranges written by William John Francis Norton. Before I start this session, let me ask you some motivational questions. Are you all ready? Shall we start children? Yes. Children, do you all like fruits? Tell me some name of the fruits. Yes, pineapple, apple, grapes, papaya, guava, banana, lychee, plum, oranges, mango, fig, strawberry. So the list goes on and on. Children, which is your favorite fruit? Which fruit do you like most? So everybody will have their own favorite, right? So today we are going to learn something related to fruit. Actually children, when we see mangoes in trees, we cannot control ourselves, is it? We will climb on the trees or sometimes we throw stones to get them. We know that what we are doing is wrong, but we are not able to control ourselves. This lesson will tell us about the narrator who had an intense love for oranges and his bitter experience about the oranges. Shall we start children? Yes, let us see about the author. About the author. William John Francis Norton, known as Bill Norton, 1910 to 1992, was an Irish-born British playwright and author. He worked as a weaver, coal bagger and lorry driver before he started writing. His preferred environment was writing class society, which is reflected in much of his work. He wrote many novels, short stories, plays and children's books. He is best known for the play Alfie. His 1977 children's novel My Paul's Padger is an account of his childhood in 1920s Bolton. Actually, William John Francis Norton is known by the name Bill Norton and he was born on 1910 and died in 1992. Okay, he is an Irish-born British playwright and author. Okay, before he started writing stories, he worked as a weaver, coal bagger and lorry driver. Most of his story is based on working class society. Okay, so most of his novel story is based on the working class society. Yes children, he wrote many novels, short stories, plays and children's book. And his best known play is Alfie, which was later on taken as a movie also by the name of Alfie. Okay, then in 1977 he wrote a children's novel, that is My Paul's Padger, that is based on his childhood. Okay children, I hope you have got about the author. Now let us see the lesson in depth. Let us discuss about the synonyms. Dock, an enclosed area of water in a port for the loading, unloading and repair of ships. Children, can you see in the picture? Dock, yes, that is the enclosed area of water in a port for the loading and unloading and repair for ships. Actually, for the ships, no, the place will be bigger than this. Okay, next is apron, a protective garment worn over the front of one's cloth and tied at the back. So mostly the cook will wear this apron. Okay, red-handed, used to indicate that the person had been discovered in the act of doing something wrong. So that particular person has been caught when he is doing the wrong work. Okay, when the person is doing the wrong act of doing something wrong and he is red-handed, he is caught red-handed. Okay, so meaning of red-handed is used to indicate that the person had been discovered in the act of doing something wrong. Concealed, the act of keeping something secret or hidden. Okay, so keeping secretly, any incident keeping very secretly, that is called as the concealed. Blabbling, to reveal secret indiscreetly and thoughtlessly. Blabbling is nothing but to reveal secret. Without our conscious, without our sense, we will speak out something. That is what blabbling. So babbling is nothing but to reveal secrets indiscreetly and thoughtlessly. Pips, small hard seeds in a fruit. Can you see in the picture? Small hard seeds, that is called as the pips. Chunks, thick large piece of something. So thick large piece of something is called as the chunk. So now let us see about the lesson. Share with your classmate. Okay, so we will share by yourself. You will share your answer by yourself. Imagine you are caught while sneakily eating something without your parents' permission. What would be your reaction at that moment? How would you manage that situation? So these answers you can answer by yourself, children. Okay. So in the story 17 Oranges, let us see if the narrator is able to cleverly manage a tricky situation or not. So in this story 17 Oranges, we are going to see that whether the narrator is able to manage this tricky situation, this critical situation or not. Shall we get into the lesson, children? Yes. Oranges. I was fond of them. I used to eat them all day and every day. But one day a policeman found 17 oranges hidden away in my pockets. He locked me up and I have never eaten an orange again. So here the narrator is starting by saying that he loved oranges. He was very intense about the oranges. Okay, so he was very fond of oranges and he used to eat them every day, all day. Okay, but one day a policeman found him with 17 oranges in his pocket. Okay, so he locked him and from that day onwards he had never eaten the orange again. So what happened? What did he do with that oranges? That is what we are going to say in this lesson. Is it interesting, children? Okay, shall we start? I am also very eager to see why the narrator has stopped eating the oranges from that day. What happened with him? So let us see now. I want to tell you the story. The narrator is saying that he wants to tell you the story. Let's see what is that story. I was driving a little pony and cart for the shift delivery company and I often went in and out of the docks. So actually he was the driver and he was driving a little pony and cart. It's nothing but a horse cart. Okay, pony, little pony. Okay, horse cart, and he was working for the shift delivery company and he often goes there and he comes out of the docks. So you all have known what is docks. Already we have discussed, is it? What is docks? Do you remember? In synonyms, an enclosed area of water in a port for the loading, unloading and repair of ships. Okay. So here they have given you two questions. You can answer the question, children. I was not really a thief, but I usually left the docks with something under my apron. I had made the apron myself and it was a big one. So actually, children, here the narrator says that he is not a thief, but whenever he goes to the docks and come out, okay, so he will hit something in his apron. Okay, and he has made the apron by himself. Okay, that is, he has made the pocket of the apron something bigger. He has made the apron by himself. Yes. When there was a banana boat in the docks, I drew my cart beside it. So once there was a banana boat in the docks, so near the docks there was a banana boat, and he went with his little cart beside the banana boat. He was standing with the little cart. So just imagine yourself, children. Okay, so here the narrator, he was working in the shift delivery company and often he goes to the docks, and once there was a banana boat and he went beside next to the banana boat and he was standing over there with his little cart. Let's see what he is doing. Okay, sometimes bunches of banana fell to the ground. Often my friends kicked a bunch to me from the boat. So sometimes the bunch of banana will fall on the ground, and sometimes his friends in the boat, no, they will throw the bunch of bananas to him. Will kick a bunch of bananas to me from the boat. I always picked up the bananas quickly and hid them under my apron. So what he will do, he will pick the bananas quickly and he will hid everything under his apron. Okay, he'll hide everything in his apron packet. Okay, so then I spent the rest of the days eating bananas. I liked bananas, but I like oranges best of all. So whole day he'll spend by eating bananas. He loved bananas, he liked bananas, but he was very crazy about oranges. So actually we have come to know from this paragraph that the narrator is very fond of oranges, very crazy about oranges. He was very intense about oranges. And what happened to him that he has stopped eating the oranges. So what is that situation? We'll see now. What made him to stop eating the oranges? Yes. I only took things when I found them, but some people planned a theft very carefully. Clem Jones was a careful planner. Let me tell you about Clem. But here he says that there are some people who will plan how to steal the things, and he is going to say about the Clem Jones. Okay, Clem Jones. So let us see about the Clem Jones now. Okay, yes. One day Clem was coming out of the docks. He was carrying a box. "What have you got in here?" asked Pongo, the policeman. So I told you, he is going to tell us about the Clem Jones, and he is very clever man, and he has planned. He will plan everything before he steal anything. He will plan. But our narrator is not like that. When he see any fruits, he'll get crazy about it, and he'll go and hid that fruit in his pocket, in the apron pocket. But Clem Jones is not like that. So he'll cleverly make a plan and he will hid it. Yes, children? So Clem was carrying a box along with him, and he was stopped by a policeman whose name is Pongo. Yes? So here we have seen the characters: narrator, Clem Jones, and Pongo. Okay, Pongo is the police officer, and now Clem Jones is stopped by the police officer Pongo. "A cat," replied Clem. "Please don't make me open the box. The cat will run away." So now the Pongo is asking Clem Jones to open the box, and he's asking what is there in the box, and can you open the box? Now the Clem Jones is giving a reply: "A cat. But please don't ask me to open the box. Why? Because the cat will run away." And let's see what Pongo is saying. A cat, Pongo said. "I don't believe you. Open the box." So the Pongo, the policeman, is saying that a cat. "Sorry, gentleman, I'm not going to believe you. Please open the box now." So, but the cat will run away, Clem said again. So again the Clem is saying the cat will run away. Yes. "There isn't a cat in a box," replied Pongo. "Open it up." So here the Pongo is saying there is no cat in the box. So please open the box, gentlemen. So Pongo is saying that there is no cat in the box. Open the box now. Clem got very angry, but finally opened his box. Out jumped a ship's cat. The cat ran back into the docks. Clem ran after the cat, and he was shouting angrily. So when the Clem Jones, he opened the box angrily, there was a cat, and the cat jumped out of the box now, and it ran back into the docks, and Clem he ran after the cat by shouting angrily. Actually, children, do you know they have given a small box? A ship's cat is a cat that rides along on trading, exploration, and naval ships to catch mice and rats, which can cause damage to ropes, electrical wirings, crews food, grains in the cargo, and wooden part of the ship. So in every ship, almost in every ship, they'll have a pet as the cat. Why? Because to catch the mice. Okay, these mice will damage the ropes, electrical wirings, screws, food, grains in the cargo, and wooden part of the ship. So the cat helped the people who are working in the ship to get away from this rat. So now let us get back to the lesson now. So now the Clem has ran back after the cat. Let's see what is happening. 2 minutes later, Clem came back with the small box. He was holding lid down tightly. Pongo laughed at him and Clem looked at him furiously. Clem looked angry all the way home. Then he smiled. He opened the box in the kitchen and took out a large Dutch cheese. So 2 minutes later, again the Clem he came back with the same box, and he was holding the lid down tightly, and again the Pongo, the policeman, laughed at him, and this Clem he looked at the policeman furiously, angrily, and Clem he went home with the angry tone, and later on he smiled. When he went home and in the kitchen, when he opened the box, it was seems to be Dutch cheese. So actually he ran after the cat to catch the cat, is it? But when he went to the kitchen and opened, it was the Dutch cheese. How cleverly he has planned. So Clem Jones has cleverly planned. He had made the Pongo fool, is it? So I hope you have understood what is happening, what is the narrator is want to say us. Yes, that was Clem's story, but I was not so lucky. So this is Clem's story, but the narrator is not so lucky. Pongo, the policeman, caught me red-handed because my apron string broke. He noticed that my trouser pockets were somewhat bulging. So he was not lucky like Clem. And one day our narrator was red-handed, was caught red-handed. Why? Because his apron string was broken and his trouser pocket was bulged. Okay, when comparing to normal time, it was bulged and it was noticed by the Pongo, and he was red-handed now. That he was caught red-handed. Yes, children, can you see in the picture the policeman, Pongo, and narrator? Yes. Hey, wait a minute, Pongo shouted. So now the Pongo shouted, hey, wait a minute, just wait there. He caught me by the collar. So he held the collar now, took me into his cabin nearby and looked into my pockets. So he took the narrator to his cabin and he looked on his pockets. There were 17 oranges. Pongo counted them and placed them carefully on the table. So he counted them and placed everything on the table. Yes, children. So remaining lesson we will continue in the next session. So let's see what happens with the oranges, how the narrator is able to escape from the police officer, and why did he stop eating the oranges from that day. We will see everything in the next session. Thank you, children. Meet you again.